And we are back on the Loveland Report and the Lone Ranger Show and giving you all of your real estate news. We'll talk about something here. This is interesting, Bruce. Housing traffic around, there's the company that runs our lock boxes, our electronic lock boxes. If your realtor doesn't have an electronic lock box, you need to fire them.
The realtor.
Fire them. Yeah, if they can't afford that technology for $20 a month, and buy some lock boxes. Believe it or not, it happens. But around the country, they can compile this data. Home showings were up in February by about 30% around the country. In some of the top markets, Orlando, Sarasota, Tampa, the showing activity's up. So more showings in a house. Now, numbers compute to usually you get 10, 12 showings, you've got an offer. Now, if it takes you 2 months to get that offer and that 10, 12 showings, something's wrong.
Yes.
You know, the car on blocks, the billy goat eating the grass in the front yard probably needs to go. But this is kind of the numbers I've always worked from. My mom taught me this my first week in real estate. So, but in this market right now, we're actually seeing more people out looking. But here's what's important. When all those people put the offers in on your house, you've got to check on, Bruce, I want you to answer this. We had a listing. We got 20-something offers on it over the weekend. You would not believe 15 of them had pre-qual letters with them. 5 of them didn't. 15 had these letters that were pretty vague. Some, the listing price was $350. The pre-qual letter said the buyer's good to $300. So where'd that offer go? Bottom of the pile.
Bottom of the pile.
And we sent an email to the lender or the realtor saying, please get us something more appropriate if you care. We didn't hear back from half of them. So tell everybody what they need to have when they talk to you about going out to buy their home.
I'd love to. So first of all, you don't want a pre-qualification letter. You want me to pull full credit. You want me to verify income, verify assets, fully approve the loan. That's a pre-approval. Now, a lot of lenders will do a pre-qualification and call it a pre-approval letter, but it might say contingent upon verification of income or assets. That's not a pre-approval, and realtors are smart enough to see through that, and they'll put you at the bottom of the pile. Or you can get fast track, and that was I take your pre-approval and I physically put your loan through underwriting. The underwriter stamps it. You know, because a pre-approval is a letter written by a loan officer. That's like, the Fox Garden, the chicken house, right?
Yeah.
So you want the underwriter to do it. Then it's a solid offer, right? So that gives you the solid offer. So you want to supply
Everything's
everything
done.
you possibly can.
It's done.
Then, now, again, we mentioned about my cash
That's
plus.
big. That's incredible.
That's huge. So I'll physically, if you go through my fast track program, I'll physically offer to pay cash to the seller, or and it's actually better than cash, because even if you back out of the deal, I'll still buy the house for cash.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed a sale. That will make the seller, it'll make you, it'll make the realtor feel more comfortable. If you are a real estate agent out there, call me. You need this program. You need to work with me on this.
The other lenders that I saw, Bruce, I had out-of-state lenders who could care less about your moving truck being stuck in the driveway the day of closing and packages not being done.
No.
I had somebody, basically in the letter, it said the loan will be brokered through such and such.
Oh my gosh.
And so that tell me if I'm wrong, that means that person originating that loan has no power whatsoever.
No,
It goes off to a third party
broker.
company. Yeah, it goes off to a third party company. Not what you want in this market. Believe me. Buy your house right. Do it right the first time. Don't be wandering around for 6-8 months trying to buy a house, making low offers, or getting refused because you've got a very, very poor pre-qual letter that basically says, if you're not lying, you can afford this house.
Well, here's another thing. I get calls because I've got a lot of clients that are out that are fully pre-approved, and I send them a text message every Thursday to find out if they need an updated pre-approval letter. All my clients get that communication. So, but here's the thing. What if you want to buy a home in the $350 range, but I pre-approved you for $500? Should you get the letter rewritten for $350?
I'd say $500.
You definitely want the highest one you can get.
I look at that all the time.
Because if I've got 3 buyers that I'm negotiating with or considering as an offer, 2 of them are qualified at purchase price, one's qualified over purchase price, who are you going to negotiate with first?
Well, I can smell buyer's remorse before it even happens.
Sure.
And that's what I see with the ones that are stretched to their limit, buying at the top of their limit, and I want to know that. And I'll ask the lender, how well qualified are they? You know,
and you interview the lenders too.
Yeah, I interview
like even
the lender.
your team.
Well, the thing
knows
is,
me inside
if they'll
and out,
call me
will
back,
me.
Bruce.
If they'll call you back.
If they'll call me back, and so that's why I love it. You know, my buyers get you calling the other agent going, hey, this offer's good.
For sure. Hey, listen, if you want a great real estate agent that's going to take care of you and make sure that you get to the closing table smoothly on time, Cleve's your man. Call him. He's got a great team, buyer's agents. He handles most of the listings, and he can be reached at
407-352-8118. 407-352-8118.
You want to talk about my cash offer? So I'll help you become the top pick in a negotiation offer when you're up against multiple people. Call me at 407-250-9144. You want to lock in a rate today and you haven't found your house yet? I can help you with my lock and shop program. You want an extended lock and you're in contract with a builder and the builder says, I'm not going to be done for 6 months. I can lock you in up to a year in advance. I've got all these programs. Why go anywhere else? It doesn't make any sense. Call the loan arranger at 407-250-9144 or visit my website at webringyouhome.com.
How much time we got left?
We got about 7 minutes left,
Okay.
so we got plenty of time.
I wanted to, it's funny because I'm seeing, I watch some of the financial channels sometimes just to take a look at the market, see how it's doing, and I'll see these people talking about, oh my gosh, real estate's so overheated, get out of real estate. And it just cracks me up because these guys probably don't even own a house, or they might have a $1 million apartment in Manhattan. But owning real estate, I think, is one of the big parts of your
Financial
your
wealth.
financial wealth, your portfolio, and I think everybody should have a couple houses.
Absolutely.
Unless you're working towards retirement, you're there, you're 60, 70, 80, you want to start divesting yourself of real estate and just getting cash, which is simpler, obviously. But we talk about that all the time, Bruce, doing our leapfrog where you just rent your old primary, don't sell it, and then do this 4 times, every 2-3 years, buy a new primary. And all
it's the easiest way to amass wealth. I can teach a dummy to do it, and you don't have to be rich to be able to afford a lot of properties.
This is still working right now because, thank goodness, along with the interest rates rising and the prices rising, the rents are going up just as much.
And when you and I hear people going, I'm a little concerned that the market might be a little bit, overpriced right now, and I think there's going to be a big pullback or a crash. So there always is some fluctuation. But I will tell you, I challenge anyone out there to go back in time and tell me when real estate went down and stayed down. Yeah. Ever. Yeah. Even when it crashed because of the mortgage irresponsibility of mortgage lenders.
We don't have that going on now.
We don't have it going on. But even when it crashed, because of that, it recouped itself in about 8 to 9 years.
Yeah.
So unless you had to sell during that time period, no one took a bath. Yeah. No one took a bath.
Right now, you don't have, your company's nationwide. You guys don't have any defaults, or very few.
No. Unless people die.
Yeah. And it's just, it's a steady, stable market. Loans have to make sense. And this, I think, once again, even if the rest of the country slows down, which it will at some point,
sure,
Florida's not going to.
Not as much.
Not as much. And if it does slow down, we'll come out of it faster.
We will.
Our prices, if they do dip or plateau, they'll start rising again before anybody else because we've got the better economy.
So if you are one of the people out there that think that we could be in for some type of a big mortgage pullback, then you have to think about, why are all these I companies buying for cash? Why are all these giant rental companies buying for cash and renting them out? They're not doing it because they're making a profit on the rents. The rents are just covering their cost. They're going to wait till the market explodes. And I've been telling you guys, all of the data shows that the average home, the median home price in Central Florida between 2025 and 2026 is going to be $620 to $640. So do you want to get rich? Get rich the easiest way. Do our Leapfrog program. Buy property, as many as you can.
Yep.
It's going to pay off for you. And rents are going up 20 to 57%.
And if you've got if you've heard nightmare stories about somebody having a rental and having a bad tenant or somebody destroying the property, you don't have to worry about that. I'll manage it for you.
Absolutely.
We manage over 80 properties, and we take care of them. I always keep them in the condition where they could be sold as soon as the lease is up, or sometimes even with the lease in place, depending on how hot the property is. But managing property as a landlord should be pretty semi-passive.
Yes.
Not worried about busted pipes and somebody's got a car on blocks in the driveway.
Well, I'll give you an example. So I have rental properties. I got a call today.
Yep.
Okay. Client says I got a small water leak. Okay.
Yep.
So do you think I panicked? No, I said, call Emerald Plumbing, I have an account there. They'll come out, fix the problem.
Yep.
Let me know what the bill cost. Period.
But it's, we got to watch the property, check it every 90 days, make sure there's no boyfriends that all of a sudden turned into fiancés that are living in the property, make sure that Fluffy didn't have kittens and all of a sudden you've got 7 cats in the house, things like that. You got to protect it. But that's what we do on the management side. It is semi-passive. Go do what you do and make your money.
Do you charge a premium for people that have pets?
Oh, we charge a little pet fee and a pet deposit. And
I charge higher rent because it's like another person in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, and I charge a pet deposit that's non-refundable.
And it's part of just managing the property and doing the right thing to protect it so it's in good shape. And when you hear those bad stories, I guarantee it's because somebody didn't have a good manager involved or any manager at all.
Absolutely. It's not that complicated. And we're not asking you to entertain buying 15, 20, 30 homes, but because you can make a lot of money and retire wealthy and have generational wealth. You want to pass wealth on to your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren? Real estate's the way to do it. Have you ever heard of a poor real estate tycoon? I don't think they exist. Okay? Buy property, buy land. You're going to make a lot of money. We got about 3 minutes left on this segment. You're going to it will pay off for you. We show you how to buy 5 properties within 20 years. That 4 of them are free and clear. You have a small mortgage on your last home that's making you $15,000 to $25,000 a month in rental income, and that's only at a 3% appreciation in rent and a 3% appreciation in property value.
Well, it makes sense, and we're going to talk about it. We'll get you dates for our upcoming. We got a real estate mastery seminar going on to teach all this to you. Or you can just always call us at 407-352-8118. It will be me coming out to talk to you about selling that house or buying that house or managing your investment property. I'm the broker. I don't pawn it off on people. I don't hire newbies in my office. I've got a great team.
You do have a great team.
No man buns. No facial piercings or anything like that. So we'll give you lip piercings. We'll give you good, solid real estate advice that will help you.
Not that we care if you have a lip piercing. We don't care, but we're not going to have one. Right? Or a tattoo on my neck.
So give us a call. Bruce, how do they reach you?
407-250-9144, 407-250-9144, or WeBringYouHome.com. Easy application, WeBringYouHome.com. Cleve, do you have a phone number?
Oh, I gave it. 407-352-8118.
Or the Loveland Report.
LovelandReport.com.
Yep. All right, so when we come back, I want to talk briefly about solar panels, and I want to talk about insurance rates going up, because we're seeing all over the news about insurance rates going up. And what do we need to do to protect ourselves against that? Why is that happening right now? So when we come back, we only got a short segment, but I want to talk about what is causing your insurance rates to go up, because it's going to start making it very difficult for people to afford their mortgage payments if their insurance prices are doubling or tripling or even quadrupling. So when we come back from the next break, also solar panels. You guys all think you guys are falling for the solar panel gig. Okay, it's not that great of a deal. And what are you going to do when you got to replace your roof? Yep. What is that going to do for your insurance? Insurance companies are canceling people or not insuring you if you have solar panels. So what are the pros and the cons to saving a little bit of money that actually costs you more money? I'm not a big solar panel guy. Not that I'm not for saving energy. Well, you still got a minute to go here.
Oh, okay. I thought we had. I thought we were done. Oh, you're giving out numbers.
Okay. You want to cut off in the middle of the show?
No. I didn't know. I can't see that. I don't have my glasses on. All right.
Cleve is getting old and he can't see. So listen, one more time. I just want to give out Cleve's number:
407-352-8118.
And the Loan Arranger at 407-250-9144 or WeBringYouHome.com. Stay tuned. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of Cleve Loveland and the Loan Arranger Show, and we're going to talk about solar panels and what is causing your insurance rates to go up on your house. Stay tuned.